right, what's up, everyone? How's it going? So glad you guys are here. A few things that we want to maybe touch on today. I want to make sure that we comp some properties for sure, and then potentially talk about non-disclosure states and how we can go about non-disclosure states, whether they're good to comp, how to comp them. Maybe talk also too about different ways of possibly trying to get around those non-disclosure states. But maybe doing some comps, maybe talk a little bit about like a development lot or something like that. Maybe talk about some commercial lots, talk about different things related to land. So let's hop in and let's see where we're at. Maribel, how are you? Oh, I can't hear you, Maribel. You're still on mute
Sorry
here.
about that.
There you are.
You were in Germany?
I was in Germany.
What are you doing over there?
I was with Team USA.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, doing PT stuff. Doing the whole medical thing, you know?
Hmm,
Yeah.
that's exciting.
Yeah.
My my godson's brother, he was on the kayaking team.
Oh, really?
When they were in
That's
France, they
awesome.
went to France or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, they probably travel all over the place. That's awesome. Well, thanks for coming in. I know I bumped it back an hour, so I figured that it would be slim crowd, if any. So thanks for popping on. You have any land questions?
Um, so I never really followed up, and it's been a long time. But I think I told you about those the land that the zero to hero people were talking about. Let me pull up
Maybe.
this thing.
What's up, Seth?
How's it going?
Good. How are you?
Doing well, thanks. Welcome back.
Yeah, thank you. Back in the US of A.
Back in.
I was like trying to do the time conversion. I'm like, what time is it right now there? 7 hours ahead. I'm like, it's 2 a.m.
You're all over the place.
But here we are. Awesome. Cool. Let's check this out.
These
Oh,
are
is it cool if I share this,
yeah,
Maribel?
sure. I'm trying to find the other listing. Hold on. There are more than one.
Let's see what we got here.
And these are the homes
Stop. This is your dream property. That's good. All right. Sorry, continue.
the homes on these properties are like they're mobile or whatever. That they don't, they can be moved. So he was considering them more like land listing.
Okay.
So,
Sure. No HOA dictatorship. Oh, this person's gonna be a hoot to call. Oh, that's awesome. All right. So sorry,
so
can tell me kind of
what
what's
happened
going on
was
there.
I was at the Zero to Hero event. We were calling co-living, and I
Hmm.
I ended up talking to this real estate agent
Hmm.
um about this one co-living, and he had actually been called by my teammate, and it was
Hmm.
apparently super rude to my teammate.
Oh,
But I wasn't aware of that when I spoke to him. And anyway, I got him to talk he said like, "Well, I have all these other properties too, by the way."
hmm.
And because he had a guy who, let me look at my notes, who basically he has like many properties and he's trying to get rid of a lot of them. And so he's the agent that's sort of helping him try to get rid of all this stuff that he has
Okay.
because something about his like his visa residency status is causing a problem at this point, and so he needs to get rid of all this stuff that he has.
Okay. Got it. All right. So essentially
Uh,
this it looks like there's like a mobile home on it, looks like.
yeah.
Is that gonna come with the property or is that
I think it really is up to you. There's one of the properties, I think it's the one that's like kind of a diagram. He said to not be concerned about that mobile home because it's going to be moved off because he's going to take that mobile home, the agent, and he's
Oh,
going to
the
put it
agent home.
somewhere else on some land that he has. So he's taking the mobile home. But I
Got
think with these lands, I think it's just up to you whether or they can be knocked down or whatever. And one
okay.
of them he was saying was okay for a car wash. I just never had time to really, evaluate it but I couldn't, I don't know, it just seemed like there's no way that this would fit the criteria for the car wash. But
This one?
I think it's
Hmm.
one that has like dual zoning or something.
Oh, you sent a few. Oh, okay.
I don't remember which one
All
anymore
right.
because it's been so long that I
No.
just take any action on any of this.
Yeah, no worries. No worries.
I
All
get
right.
overloaded.
Yeah, so let's see what we got here. All right. Well, let's see. Have you done any comps with any of these yet, Maribel?
No, I literally didn't take any. I just been so busy with other things that I didn't do anything with this.
Okay. Yeah, no worries. Well, let's do a quick little comp on them, shall we?
I think what I wrote, if I wrote anything useful.
Splendora. Splendora. All
And
right.
he's saying that this is a part, I think it's outside Houston, and it's a part like the city has built out into every other direction except this one. So so this is
Texas. Okay.
this is prime, gonna be prime land. That's what he's trying to say.
Gotcha. Okay. So that's what they claim, huh?
That's what he
Prime
claimed.
land.
That's what he claimed. I don't know anything about Houston. So.
All right. No worries. Let's see where Houston is. So Houston here, the parcel is like up here, right where this essentially this Highway 69 sign is. So a little out of the Houston ring, if you will, kind of in the secondary larger ring. Let's check and see what we got here. So now Houston's a non-disclosure, so that makes it a little bit more challenging. Let's see. Is there any?
He says they're widening the road to accommodate all this new traffic, and they've just built a bunch of schools.
Sure, sure, sure. Okay.
The one on Half Circle, he said that there are utilities, but it may need a septic expansion.
Is this the one on half circle? I don't think so.
Well, I guess the address was 1460. Did I give you that one? 1463. Half
Yeah.
one.
Let's just see where that is first. So let's take a look at this one first here. Oh, because this is pulling up as manufactured.
Yeah, it has a mobile home.
Oh no, they're even calling that, he's calling that a house. Okay. No wonder this sucker ain't selling. All right. Let's see here. So here's our closest competition, probably. 6/10 of an acre. Honestly, looks like there's a lot of garbage on that bad boy. So this is one for sale. With Texas being a non-disclosure, it becomes a little bit more challenging to try and figure out comps on it. But we can look at what's for sale, and then also too, we'll take a look at what's sold, and we can look at the asking price and kind of get a general idea of where it kind of landed. That's the real challenge piece with non-disclosure states. So here's another kind of similar one here, 0.83 sold as is. 3 days on Zillow, so pretty fresh. 100 views, 5 saves. Um, that might be the closest comp there. See what this is. That's a skinny stretch of land. That's not going to be a real accurate comp. That's a full house. That's not going to be an accurate comp. It's a full house, full house. Take these houses off again.
That's actually his land, his other land.
Oh, is it?
Is it 29,264,745? Yeah,
It's
it's a different place.
27540.
It's just on the same road.
Okay.
It's FM 239.
So many numbers in there. All
Oh yeah,
right.
there's too many like
Wow, what a great description. All right. And a typo when you're business. So, this is a great example of something that's going to get no traction. As you can tell, it's probably well overpriced. For the area, 104 days, 11 views, with one of those being mine and zero saves. So, obviously, not in a huge hurry to sell this bad boy, I would say. And it looks like it's mainly just brush and looks like it's kind of an in lot ready, kind of that would need some work in order to try and get it ready for a home. Let's take a look at this here. Another lot, not really the same here, and that's 2 acres for 215. All right, let's take a look at the solds real quick. Like nothing. Holy cow. Okay. Nothing in that area. All right. Let's see. This is a 3-2. That's not going to be a good comp. Um, let's see. Here's a here's another manufactured home. So let's just for kicks and giggles, let's just see what this manufactured home is kind of going for. Or essentially what the dang it. It's gonna be really hard. Okay. So here, a manufactured home, 150, removed at 145. I don't know what they put it back up for, but apparently it went just straight sold. Hey, why can't we find any of this stuff here? All right, let's take a look at this. 235. This one's for sale. It is 0.76 acres, and it looks like it actually has a nice mobile home on it. Yeah, that's very nice. So if this is selling for 235 and it's 0.734 of an acre, right, for 245 or 235.
hmm
175 is going to be a little bit high. Now there's a garage on it. I would say this would probably, that looks kind of, is that part of the mobile home? I think it is.
Is it a storage? Or is it
Yeah, this over here.
behind? It's behind the
Yeah, that must be something within the, hmm. There's a nice fence in there. I'd probably say the retail value of this property is probably closer to like 120, 115, 120, if I had to take a guess at it. And I just don't see this moving too quickly here. It your own slice of heaven. I bet it is, Ken. Bet it is. Love it.
Do you, when you make, so you're saying the ARV is like 120, so do you offer like 45% of that or you do higher?
40, if you can get somebody to bite on 45%, kudos to you. That's going to be really tough to get them to bite on that. I would say, generally speaking, if you're looking to wholesale it,
Mm.
it'd be anywhere from 40 to 60% of market value is normally what you want to try and approximate it at. Now, the challenge piece here is what is the market value, right? It's going to be really tough to try and figure that out without a realtor. Now, there are ways where you can back channel the MLS and try and get that to like give you a value. You can use AI a little bit, but this property would probably need quite a bit of work, and it's probably going to be already pretty much at asking price. I mean, you'd probably have to go in around like 50,000,
Mhm.
which I'm sure they're going to tell you no. Kick rocks. Um, just because of the barn already on or the garage already on there, that maybe adds a little bit of value. I'd see, it looks like that can potentially be a fully enclosed garage, which offers some additional probably monetary value to it.
Mhm.
But this would be one that would be just kind of really hard to take an initial look at, if that makes sense.
Mhm.
This would be a challenging one. Let me see. Is this the other one that you just sent? Oh, that was one of the,
Yeah, 26745. Now that's also I think a manufactured home or something. Because he was
yeah.
telling me he was
Well,
saying,
for
"Oh, I have something that could be good for a car wash," and I went to look at it, it has like a house on it. I'm like, okay.
is this what he told you could be good for a car wash?
Yeah, that's the one he was saying. Like it's 1.6 acres and
I don't know.
it'd be for or you could and there's a field behind it that you could turn into an RV park.
Right in here. Yeah. Oh, for $1.7 million? Yeah. Not sure I'm seeing that value there. On that one. Especially too, considering that there's easement access. Do you have access off this road? Bridge access, gate access. Gate. Okay, good. There's multiple access points. That's good.
That must be the is that 5 acres?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's the one he was talking about. That could be the
Yeah.
RV park.
Yeah. It's just right behind the. Ah, shoot. Hold on. Yeah. So here's the property. I just went into the maps here, went into lot lines, and you can see kind of everything. So here is the subject property, and then here's what I'm assuming is what he was talking about with
Yeah.
the dirt and everything for 1.7. Man, 9 views, 0 saves. Yeah, tough, tough, tough. Probably not gonna be. I mean, I think they're just hoping and praying somebody takes that up. But
Yeah, the story with him is I guess when they changed the that you needed to have a US citizenship to be a trucker. I guess the new laws or something. His
okay.
the owner of these properties, he can't drive anymore because he's I guess a foreign national or something
Hmm.
or he's not a
Okay.
formal citizen. That's why he's trying to sell all his stuff.
Okay. So essentially, he needs money.
He needs money.
Gotcha. He doesn't need it that bad, apparently.
Apparently.
Hmm. All right. Let me
But I mean, I
see.
talked to Ken like, I mean, this was when was the Zero to Hero, the first OC retreat? How long ago was that now?
Yeah, it was probably
They might
April,
he might be in more pain now.
May, June, July, maybe 3 more months. I mean, this is
But
rough. 9 views and 0 saves is not what you want to see for for land, especially something like this, right? Like if you're in need or wanting to kind of move it. So let me see. All right, and then you sent me one more. Let me check on this one here. All right. Sure. What is this? Let me see if I can just pop it in Zillow here real quick. Off market, but on market. All right.
You said this is the one where he said not to worry about the house because the house was being moved. That's the one he's taking.
Oh, this one.
Yeah, that one.
Okay.
Um,
670 days on market.
and he said that all the houses around, like the lots around this, are being turned into 3-story, I guess multifamily type things. Um,
On that small of a lot?
other one, I guess around it, like not this lot, but the neighbors, like they're
Okay.
building them up. And I think I did actually look at like Google Maps or something, and I saw what they were building.
I was about to, you were reading my mind. I was about to go on to Google Maps. I'm like, I got to see this. If
So he's
they're,
like, you could do the same thing, and they're selling for like 500K and whatever, whatever. And the utilities are already there.
are they talking about these ones over here?
It's over there. I don't remember now, but I did look at Street View, and I think I saw them.
Let's check it out. Let's check it out.
Yeah.
It must be these ones. Hmm. I don't know if those are multifamily. Hmm. Oh, maybe these ones? Man, look at how small those things are. You can barely fit any car in that sucker. All right, let's see what we got here. I mean, these are like very, very tiny, teeny tiny homes. So I imagine that's probably what they're trying to do here is trying to squeak in just some high density. Oh, that's probably what they're building right here.
It's like what?
That's a bummer, but I
Maybe
mean, I
I
get
looked it
it.
up on the
I understand why they do that. They blur it out. Some people don't see what's going on or don't try and go steal things. Somebody's running that as an Airbnb. All right. Interesting. Interesting neighborhood. How much are they wanting for us? 265. His estimate's 150, and it's 600 square feet.
6,000.
6,000, sorry. Thank you, Seth.
Mhm.
So that's the jet lag kicking in right there.
other.
We need to add another zero here. Okay, yeah, 6,000. Thank you. 6,000 square feet. Yeah. Let me see if there's a better way. And maybe this is like my homework for the next couple of office hours is to try and figure out good ways and good alternatives um to comp in non-disclosure states. I mean, I have like back end like Land Portal can do some of that, I guess, but I guess I would want to try and, find a way for you guys to be able to do that. So maybe what my homework will be to figure out a good way to help you guys comp non-disclosure states
Mhm.
because there has to be a good way besides estimating on Zillow like what we have been for some of these,
Mhm.
right? There has to be some better ways of doing it as well. Because I mean, I use AI and Land Portal and kind of the back end of Land Portal to try and help me with some of that. But that's also too anywhere from $100 to $500 a month in subscription. And so Trying to figure out if there's a better way to get to help you guys out in that sense.
I thought you might use that Dirt Flippers Chrome extension.
You can use that, but here I'll show you though what here, let me pull this up here. I mean, there's a couple of them, right? So there's Pebble, which is the one that I actually personally prefer.
Hmm.
Um, Not saying that the other one's bad by any means. I just prefer that. Property type, lots and land, and then filters. What do we say? 6,000 square feet.
Hmm.
'So we can zoom in just a little bit here. Where is that? Okay. So kind of western portion of this. Tidwell. Okay, there's Tidwell. All right. So let's go. So kind of similar scenario here, where you can use that same extension. So roll down, try and grab all those if you can. Um, Pebble, hit save. Actually, let me kind of back up here on this. So essentially, this is a Chrome extension. So if people are watching this later, they'll know what this is. So this is a Chrome extension. It is through Pebble, which is a land software CRM, land specific software CRM for it. And essentially, you can get this. It's called the Pebble Pricer tool. And essentially, what you do is you use it in Chrome, Google Chrome, the browser here, and you download or essentially download the extension, and then you can come into Zillow with something like this, and you can click on it, and then you can click on the Save All. And what that does is it pulls up all of the listings that are essentially down on the left-hand side here. And then it gives you the median price, the average price, median price per acre, and the average price per acre, which is can be super helpful. Now keep in mind that these are the sale prices or the for sale prices in Texas right now, right? Because I have it on for sale. So right now the median price per acre, 934,899. Some expensive real estate, huh? The
It's got
average
a
price,
$2 million home on there too, or 2 million. There's something. It's a little.
is there something skewing it?
That first one right there is for whatever reason is
Oh,
two,
price per
There
acre.
it is.
and
Oh,
then
there's
that
a
one
couple of
too.
them. Here we
Yeah,
go. I was like, man, that seems, I
it's very,
mean,
very
not that it
expensive.
drops it that much, but here's a 1.9 million. Let me take off those because those are probably going to be outliers. Now you can go in here and you can kind of actually click on each one and see if they look pretty similar. I mean, here's the new, if we take off those like super high ones that are over $1 million or like well over $1 million, I think all those were closer to $2 million price per acre. So 785, 651. But also too, you can look at the median price and the average price here is around 110 for that same type of lot. And he's asking, where is it? I lost it. 265.
Hmm.
So even his asking price is pretty astronomical. Let's see if we have some solds. I've never actually used the Pebble tool. So I'm going to clear all of those again. Make sure I have all of them loaded. Hit save all. Ah, shoot, it doesn't allow us. Darn. I thought we could maybe hack the system, guys. It didn't work. It was worth a shot. Um, So yeah, there's some of these, like here's 2 million, here's 2 million. But yeah, 110 essentially is the median price, and that's your competition, right? So, him asking 265, that's going to be pretty tough. Um, which also too explains why it's been on market for more than likely ever and ever.
Hmm.
And also too, the other thing too worth noting is that when we pulled it up on Zillow, it said that was off market. So really hard to get to sell something when it's off market on Zillow. And
Hmm.
not that you can't sell it off market on Zillow. I mean, there's plenty of transactions that happen off market. It's just if you're trying to go for a retail buyer and at 250,000, they're definitely trying to go after a retail buyer of some way, shape, or form, or maybe like a developer or something. I don't know who's going to pay 250 for that. But that might be some of what they're kind of looking for, but it's just really hard to get the off market. Because this is where Zillow is where the most eyeballs are. It's where people go when they look for houses for themselves. It's where they go to look for XYZ, houses for other people, whatever it may be. It's just kind of I don't want to call it the gold standard because that's the MLS, but it's the MLS for everyday Joes, if you will.
Hmm.
It's where we can see everything. So the fact that it's not up on the ML on Zillow is like from an investor side, it's great. However, the price, 265, is way overpriced. That's probably more like a $50,000 lot, right?
Hmm.
50 to maybe 100,000, $75,000 lot.
Hmm.
So just kind of tough on that end. And it's 60 by 100. So it's a small, teeny tiny thing.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So this one, so to kind of recap, this one probably retails probably around 100K, 75 to 100K. Um, the second one that we looked up, I think I already closed that one. I think that one was like almost $100,000 over as well, if I remember right. Oh, it's the house. We didn't even touch the house because it's a house one.
Hmm.
So didn't touch that one. And then this one was probably right around that 110, $115,000 retail price as well. Maybe a little bit more with the shed. It would be, you just have to, I think, find the right buyer for it, which it looks like it would probably sit for a very long time based on the Zillow numbers here and the views and the saves. Just because, you want a lot of views, you want a lot of views, you want a lot of saves. Just hard to move things when people aren't seeing
Yeah.
it, right? Like it's really hard to sell something if people aren't seeing it. So that is a tough one. But sweet. Thank you though for bringing those. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Do you guys have any other questions on those two parcels?
Really.
Nothing?
No, it just kind of seems tough when you can't have all the info on it, you know.
I know. There's the AI tool that I run can pull comps from the MLS, but I want to try and like show you guys how to do that so you don't because you guys don't have the AI tool that I have because I created it. So I
Hmm.
want to show you guys how to pull comps off of there versus like the AI tool that I have, it will pull comps from the MLS. And so the comps are very accurate and I can get like probably plus or minus $5,000 price point of things that sell in terms of like how to comp it, 5 to 10K
Hmm.
ish. It's kind of like where we can get, which is I think is pretty good. I always obviously I would love to be lower, the lower the better, um
Mhm.
but yeah, trying to find stuff like that and comping in Texas is hard. And any non-disclosure states honestly is more challenging. Um, so that's my homework to try and find comps for non-disclosure states and how I can help you guys get around that. But what other questions do you guys have? Do you
I
have
have
any other
another
questions,
property.
Maribel? Do you have any questions, Seth? Fire away.
I'm all good right now.
I
All right.
do have one more question if you have time.
Yeah, fire away.
I actually have, I want to know how much I'm overpricing my own land that I'm trying to sell.
Ooh, I love this question. I
Because
love this question. Seth loves it too. I saw the thumbs up back there.
I'm a
Awesome. All
delusional
right.
seller. Let me find the listing
Yes. Please, please, please.
because and there's actually, I don't know, an opportunity here if you know people that are into development. I don't,
Sure.
so
Uh,
let me let my dog out though. She's
yeah, go ahead.
come on.
We'll get it pulled up. Ooh, West Virginia. All right. Cool. Well, we'll take a look at it here. The retreat, the White Rock Mountain. The retreat at White Rock Mountain.
Yeah, the retreat up wait, wrong.
2.32 acres, but then the listing says 3 acres. Can I ask about that?
Um,
This looks pretty.
it is pretty actually.
Yeah.
The main
Is
problem
that
with this community is just all this history of it that's made it really difficult to sell. So I
okay?
bought into this community.
Oh, this is gorgeous.
I was the original idea. I lived in DC. I bought this land in West Virginia because it was about 3 hours away from where I was as a second, potential second house. So it was, like a
Yeah.
vacation house. Because that was my intent. I chose this town, Lewisburg, West Virginia, because it has an art scene and it's also has a famous resort, the Greenbrier Resort.
Yeah.
Um, it has a lot of hiking, state parks, whatever. And it's on the top of the mountain, has a great view. It had this, that's a picture of the communal house that has an
Hmm.
infinity pool, had saunas, and at the time that's what was going on. And it was actually had it was kind of a distressed property at that point because originally when people originally bought into this community, the land was like 200K that level.
Hmm.
And the original developer had a vision for this community. He unfortunately got cancer, passed away,
Hmm.
and his family couldn't handle the whole thing. And so they sold to a new developer, and then there was the housing crash basically, and that's why they were selling the lots around seven. I bought it for 79 basically.
Okay.
And and a couple of people were building at that time. Um Stuff happened I didn't build, and then COVID happened. And then, whatever. And all these things happen. And
Hmm.
as the second developer was selling off all the lots, there got to a point where he would turn over the properties to the property owners association, and they would be
Hmm.
responsible for everything. So, but towards that point, they started to stop doing a lot of the maintenance they were supposed to be doing. Like they let the roads kind of go down. They let the pool
Hmm.
get messed up. They let the
Hmm.
central house start, getting whatever. So we sued them. The
Hmm.
property owners association sued them, and there was a lawsuit that dragged on for like, I don't know, 5 years or something. So then, like,
Wow.
nobody wanted to build because there's a loss. Like, I didn't want to build. There's a lawsuit, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So finally, we settled the lawsuit. I think it was like last year or the year before that. Part of the settlement was some of the lots that the developer still owned went. over to the property association.
Okay.
Um, and you saw that really beautiful house that's being for sale there.
Yeah, that thing
That's
is absolutely gorgeous.
stunning. I would love to own this house. Anyway, I don't have the money for it, but
And look at the views on that thing.
it's been sitting on the market for like well over maybe a year, maybe two.
The
Um,
barn house.
they were successfully running it as a short-term rental,
As
but
they
now
should.
the POA wants to ban short-term renting because
There's no one who
because
lives there. There's no one there to interrupt, like interrupt
well, because
anything. Like,
the few residents that live there are annoyed because, people come into the short-term rental and they trash the central house, and they don't really trash it, but basically like there's no like garbage that comes up the mountain. So like when the short-term renter people like just leave garbage, nobody can collect it and they just get annoyed. And there was this whole talk about putting a dumpster, and then somebody was like, "Well, why are we making it lives easier for these STR people?"
ah, yeah. Okay. Gotcha.
Um, and so the lots I think that are being sold for like 120K um are I think the lots that the board is selling because they're trying to also like, and they also want to raise the fee, whatever they call it,
Association fee.
the
Yeah,
association fee,
association.
because they feel like it's, that they don't have enough money to run the community. Well, they don't have any money to run the community because you have all these restrictions to people building.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
now you want to add more restrictions by adding, increasing the fees, and you want to add fees to people who, because like when people do construction, they make the roads worse. So they also want to add a fee to people who want to build
Makes
for
it really hard to
roads.
get. Yeah, that's like a double-edged sword, isn't it?
So anyway, so I'm trying to sell my land because it's just, well, I live very far from it now because I moved to New Jersey, so it's not
Hmm.
really that close anymore, and I'd rather use the money to buy something that cash flows.
Sure.
Um, it doesn't help me that my neighbor has had his lot on for sale for like, I don't know, 2, 3 years at 69,000 for something. And then the other neighbor is selling his lot for less than me too. So it's just
Yeah, that's not um ideal for sure. Looks
now
like one sold for 75 and then 95 acres sold for 56,000. Go ahead. What
that's
were you
probably
saying?
completely unbuildable though, if it's at the base of the mountain.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, th this is your comp right here, which that is an absolutely gorgeous area.
And the original developer actually built a system to bring water up the mountain. So there's a cistern, and like all the lots have, at least the lots on some of the lots lower down don't, but the lots on where mine is, and mine includes utility hookups. You would have to do septic though.
Looks like somebody else sold it in 2024 and then shoot.
The
Okay.
board floated in the last meeting that maybe instead of trying to sell the sprawl land, that they would build houses on the land and then try to sell like
The houses.
built homes. They were
Hmm.
floating that idea. And I
What's
don't know if you know a developer. I do know that if you bought enough of these lots that are for sale, then you'd probably be able to outvote the people who want to restrict MSTR because
yeah.
they really have a hard time reaching quorum because so little, most of the lot owners are absentee, and
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
so
Yeah, it's hard to do that. Okay. So here's the probably the hardest part about this. You got a boatload of competition, right? You got a boatload of competition. You have no sold comps within the last 2 years, right? You have an HOA that's a little sounds like pain in the rear, to be
Hmm.
honest, right? So those are going to be three things that are going to be really hard to make that land move. Um, let me see. Are you cool if I run it through my AI tool here?
Sure.
It might take a few minutes, but get it. Stop sharing my screen real quick. I'm gonna see if I can figure out. We'll run it through the AI, and then we'll also to run it through, or then we'll try and figure out our own comps, and we'll see how accurate we are. How about that? All right. Can you show me which parcel exactly it is?
Hmm. I can tell here.
Here's the clubhouse. Here's looks like the end of the street.
I forget. Let me let me see if I can bring up my. I have a map. It'd be easier to look at.
Yeah. Because right now on this map here, it just shows like there's all of them that are just right in the same spot. Is it under your name,
It should
Maribel?
be under my name or my trust or something, but it's my name.
Okay.
I'm trying to find the map. I know I have a map, but
Let me see if I can find it in here. I found it.
you found it because I finally got the map up.
How does that make you feel? I can find it. This is no big deal. I found it. It's in your trust, and I found it.
Yeah, it's under
Um,
my name. It's under my name.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Let's see here. All
This
right.
was before I was like in a real estate community. You're supposed to
No, no,
write an
totally fine.
LLC and be all incognito.
No, it's totally fine. Let me make sure I'm writing everything down right here. Get one more piece of info. All right. We'll do the land insights comp report out of it too. All right. Cool. We got two different types of AIs going on it. Let's see what we have now for this. All right, so here's what land portal pulled up. So this is just the real quick, they're like quick comp. We'll get an AI comp report here in a minute. Let me make sure I got it here. All right, cool. Gotta make sure my AI is running it. That is not within the community.
I was like, that doesn't look like the right shape.
It's like that is not within the community. So this is what we're gonna run into. This is gonna be hard. It's a farmer's field. It's a ways away.
So it's just that one.
Mm-hmm. I doubt this is gonna be a good one. 20K, that's not gonna be a good one, I can already tell you. Yeah.
Is that even in the community?
No.
No.
No, your community is way over here.
What happened to the one that you found earlier?
Right
Or
here.
that was from too long ago.
It was from too long ago. It was from 2014.
Oh, 2014. Yeah, that's one.
Yeah, let me see. Let me see if the AI comp report for them is done. See what we got. All right, can you see that, Maribel?
Hmm.
Okay, cool. Make sure. All right. Cool. Making sure mine's
Hmm?
going at it still.
Still doing things.
What's that?
It's still doing things.
Yeah. I just got to make sure it's still running and gunning.
Yeah, a lot of the lower part of it is not buildable. That's like off the side of the mountain. So the slope is going to show like a
Yeah, like I'm sure there's probably yeah, extreme slope, 99% of that sucker, which means that probably like the top, what, like 20 feet,
it's just
not
the summit
sloped.
on the top. Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
That probably scares people.
It probably scares a lot of people. The other piece, so from a land and development side, whenever I see that extreme slope, it's just more dollars, right? Because it just has to be engineered a little bit harder, right? Versus a flat land, if you will. Let's check this out. So it's saying pretty much 75,000 is the land portal estimate. Here it pulled some comps. See what their AI pulled.
Isn't that the clubhouse? Is that
No, Clubhouse is over here.
there was a house that sold.
Yeah, that might have been it. But that was on there. No, it said 75, 75. This is all within your neighborhood.
Yeah, somebody actually built.
Yeah. The first one, I think, was just one that somebody built. Somebody actually built a piece of property on it. Actually built the house on it.
Yeah. There are some new people that are showing up to the Property Owners Association.
Yeah. So here's another piece here that's sold. Another piece here. So kind of a few parcels over from you. That's sold. And then this last one is not a good one. This last one here. So yeah, they all pretty much sit at that 75K. Hmm. Because I wouldn't call that last. I would not use that last one.
Hmm.
It's not within
But
the
even
budget.
that, like the neighbor, he's had that up for like 60, 69. Long time.
Yeah, I mean, like, look at this.
Don't really get any.
Two people bought them at the same on the same date,
Don't even.
11/18, 2024, 2024. They're trying to pull a more recent comp into 2026, but it just isn't there.
I think there's one that's pending now. I
Yeah.
don't know if that shows up.
Yeah. There might be one that's pending. Mine is still working on it right now, but normally it takes, so I have a full under AI underwriter where
Mhm.
essentially will underwrite the whole thing. And yeah, and so it normally takes, this is normally once we get deep
Mhm.
into, once we're like really looking at making an offer and we're getting real close and we're doing just a little bit of due diligence on the front end. Um, so yeah, I'm not sure how long. Normally it takes probably 10 minutes or so, 10, 15 minutes or so to run. We're 6 minutes in here, but yeah, my guess, Maribel, is probably like that 75K is probably going to be on the high end.
Mhm.
Hate to tell you that you're probably going to lose some money on it, but you're probably going to lose some money on it. Um, if you really wanted it to go, it would probably be around that 50,000 mark.
It doesn't.
Or find a way to put a cat like a house or something on there and build on it.
Mhm.
The challenge, honestly, the challenge is all those rules and restrictions with that HOA.
Mhm.
Um, in order to try and like get around that is going to be challenging. And it's not like you can put just like I mean, you have $1 million. I mean, that house is gorgeous. You have that $1 million house on one side, right? Not saying that you need to build $1 million home. However, that area probably the thought process behind it was that it was probably going to be much higher price point neighborhood, not like your like $200,000, land and home and kind of thing. But yeah, so I don't know what else to tell you. I'm sorry, but my guess is probably around that 50K is probably what's going to end up moving it. It's just a matter of how long you want to sit on it, and if it's not causing you any harm and you don't mind paying the little taxes on it, then you're
Mhm.
yeah, beautiful area like that. I imagine too, it looks like you have that sloped area, so you probably have an absolute beautiful view.
Oh, it's a yeah, stunning view.
Yeah, yeah, and it
It's
faces east, I
faces
think.
the right way. That's a nice view. And I did intend to build. I did, I
Yeah.
went to all these companies looking because it has to be a log cabin. There's all these like, like what you have to build. You can't put a
Mm-hmm.
tiny home there. You have to build certain things and to
Mm-hmm.
pass the architectural committee. Um,
Yeah.
so yeah, I mean, I went to the trouble of like, checking out places and, learning about like, and then I just never built because when my mother died, I was just sentimental about the family home and I bought
Yeah.
that, poured all
Yeah.
my
Yeah.
money there, and I didn't have any money left to do anything with this land. And I thought I'd
Totally
come back
fair.
to it, but I just haven't.
Yeah. Yeah. Totally fair. That's I mean, really cool area. Like I think that would be I mean, pretty cool place to live or retire or just have a second cabin home or whatever. It's really a bummer that that HOA is so restrictive on that. Um, because if you could get like a little like modular home, have you seen those? The modular homes?
I have been looking at them, and like when I was in
Yeah.
San Antonio, the container home place that we looked at, they said that they could put a facade around it and make it look
Oh,
like a log cabin. And
sure.
I would
You
have
could,
to ask the architectural committee about like
yeah,
whether
yeah, yeah.
be okay with
I would not frame it as a tiny home.
it.
Or as a container home.
Shipping
I'm just gonna throw
container,
that out
put a
there.
shipping container on the my land.
Yeah, yeah. But I would say though, there are one thing you might want to look at is it's called modular homes. And essentially think of it like each wall, right?
Mhm,
Like comes like on a flatbed. And so they stick the wall up, bolt it in, put the other wall like, you know, join
mhm,
the two walls together, zip some screws in, and then they build out like that. And you can get them that look like what that neighbor's house looks like. You know, I mean, not maybe not as grand as that, but like, you know, you can get something though that has the same kind of like looks like a barn and looks like um something else. You know, kind of looks more like that log cabin-y style.
mhm.
That might be something to look at. Those are much more affordable in price. However, I would definitely do some sort of market analysis on what houses, you know, because obviously that $1 million house has been there forever,
Yeah,
right? It's been on the market forever. So, you know, do you want to put more money in and have more money sit in order to try and make your way back out of that? Or do you just kind of want to cut your losses and call it a day? You know what I mean?
yeah, that's what I have to figure out.
Yeah. So,
You know people, so the board is looking for people. They're thinking of developing these lots that they own to see. So
mhm.
if you know anybody that does ground up construction that might want to tackle this neighborhood, see if they can do anything, or I don't know. I can put them in touch with that board.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I don't know, man.
They're willing to talk to people. I don't, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. You know, they're gonna have to give a little bit, I can tell you that, because some of those developers are gonna be like, no, no. The hardest part about all of that is moving the lots on the back end, right? The disposition process on the back end. Those houses that are for sale that haven't moved in a long time, it's gonna be really tough for a developer to come in and wanna do that. So
Mm,
just because like the is the market demand actually there or is it not? You know what I mean? Like, yeah. So, anyways,
all right.
that's that's all I got on that. Sorry, I wish I could give you better. I wish I had happier news for you.
No,
Um,
I think I got.
but but yeah, what I'll do, Maribel, once those reports are done, I can send them over to you. Might take a little bit of time here to send them over. Um, but I'm gonna go grab something to eat
Mhm,
because I hopped off my flight and then like ran to the room here.
mhm.
Um, but but I can certainly send that over to you afterwards once it gets run and stuff like that, and they'll have be a little bit more detailed analysis on it and just kind of give you a better idea of what all is on there. Um, and then yeah. And
All
then hopefully that'll give you maybe a little bit better idea, but I think we already kind of know what price point is. But yeah, I'm gonna go get some food
okay. All right. Well,
and
take care.
otherwise thanks for coming
Mhm.
and I will see you on potentially on Wednesday for the
Okay.
next land office hours if you want to come.
All right. Thank
Love
you.
to have you.
Okay.
All
Bye.
right. See you, Maribel.